Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Weekend 7 Questions. And our special guest today is Agnieszka Pomaska from Poland's Civic Platform. Agnieszka, this week started with March 8th, International Women's Day. So, as Vice President of EPP Women, is this a time to celebrate or for all of us to work harder for women's rights?
Well, there is not much to celebrate at the moment, especially in Poland. Equal rights, equal salaries, the right to decide about ourselves. It's still a goal and a challenge in many countries, and I believe it's a goal not only for women, but also for men.
How has the pandemic affected the role of women in the EU and the challenges they face?
Women have been at the front lines in the response to COVID-19, but at the same time, it looks they suffer more because of the pandemic. The closure of school has increased childcare responsibilities, and it hits women more. Many reports also indicate that the problem of domestic violence increased and unemployment problem is higher in female sectors.
Now, men have often been blamed as part of the problem. How can we be part of the solution?
First of all, don't disturb. Second, encourage women to be more active, both in private life, but also in public life. Stay home with kids more and more often, and think more gender-like if you are a politician. Trust women more and let them fully decide about issues that concern them.
After the recent changes to the abortion law in Poland, the issue of women's rights took center stage. What are the latest developments?
We have cruel abortion law in Poland at the moment. Abortion is in fact banned in Poland, and it forces women to be heroic. And unfortunately, I don't see many chances to change the situation before we change the government. So to change the government is our biggest goal, to help women.
And could you tell us more about the women's rights package recently presented by the Civic Platform?
We propose the whole package that consists of two law acts. First is called Women's Security, that gives women the free access to prenatal tests, free contraception, access to day after pill without prescription, and also free in vitro and sexual education at school. And second part of this package is the right to terminate pregnancy until 12 weeks with help of psychologist and doctor.
Is there an East-West difference in Europe about women's rights and family values?
I don't think there is this East-West line. For example, gender pay gap is higher in Germany than in Poland. And at the same time, in Poland, women have higher childcare responsibilities than in other Western countries. Where I see the problem is when politicians are using women and women issues to keep the power or to get the power, and they use emotions to keep that power.
And finally, based on your personal political experience, what do women and men have to do to increase female participation in politics?
Maybe I surprise you, but I think that it's a role mainly for all of us, for women to support other women, to help them to be more active, and we should support them at every step of our and their career. And we should also remind other politicians, male politicians, not to disturb.
Thank you, Agnieszka. Bardzo dziękuję. And thank you all for watching. See you again next week with another surprise guest.